Time is not a river, it is an ocean, vast and uncharted. For those who travel the stars, centuries pass like moments, and civilizations rise and fall in their wake. But when a long-planned reunion ends in catastrophe, a journey across the galaxy becomes a search for truth, justice, and survival. Welcome to Alastair Reynolds' House of Suns. The novel House of Suns is a standalone work, not connected to any of the other narrative universes created by Alastair Reynolds in his previous novels. However, it does share a setting with Reynolds' novella, Thousandth Night, which appears in the anthology 1 Million AD. Reynolds has stated on his blog that the longer novel, and I quote, does not attempt slavish consistency, end quote, with Thousandth Night, noting that some characters who were killed in the novella appear in House of Suns. The novel House of Suns spans 512 pages and was first published in the year 2008. House of Suns is one of the rare novels in which Alastair Reynolds ventures into soft science fiction, allowing for greater flexibility in scientific rigor and technological plausibility. However, this does not diminish the novel in any way. The narrative scope is vast, truly galactic, and the protagonists travel extensively, exploring a wide variety of locations. As a point of comparison, House of Suns is one of Reynolds' novels where space remains an immense and daunting expanse, yet the vast distances are not as insurmountable as in most of his other works. The effects of relativistic travel are still present, but they can also be used to the protagonist's advantage. In terms of originality, the novel excels by presenting fresh and imaginative ways to address the challenges posed by relativistic travel in a galaxy teeming with planetary civilizations, particularly through the concept of certain groups choosing to exist at different relative times. The novel features a cast that blends close-knit personal relationships with a diverse and expansive array of characters. This careful interplay between individual interactions and the grander narrative scale is a distinctive strength of Reynolds' storytelling. Regarding critical reception, House of Suns was nominated for the Arthur C. Clarke Award in the year 2009. Among general readers, it holds a strong average rating of 4.3 out of 5 stars, based on aggregated reviews from websites such as Goodreads, Library Thing, and Amazon. House of Suns is set 6 million years in the future in a galaxy-spanning civilization. Humanity has long since left Earth behind, and interstellar travel is possible through near light-speed journeys. But true immortality remains elusive, except for the lineage clones. These are individuals who, rather than living forever, decided to make copies of themselves to spread across the stars, reuniting every few 100,000 years to exchange knowledge. The story follows two such clones, Campion and Purslane, who belong to the line of Abigail Gentian. As members of the Gentian line, they are tasked with exploring the vast cosmos and recording its wonders. However, when they arrive late to their once in several millennia reunion, they are suddenly thrust into a mystery that spans eons, one involving ancient secrets, betrayals, and the hidden forces shaping history. As they navigate shifting alliances and perilous discoveries, Campion and Purslane uncover a truth that could shake the very foundation of their civilization. Alongside enigmatic allies, advanced artificial intelligences, and powerful post-human entities, they must decide who to trust and how far they are willing to go to protect their line. The novel presents a fascinating vision of how a culture or civilization can emerge while traveling through the galaxy at relativistic speeds. As a result, centuries or even millennia may pass on planetary worlds, yet the various lines, collectively known as the commonality, persist as wandering archivists, historians, archaeologists, and anthropologists. Their role is to gather knowledge and record the histories of planetary civilizations and interstellar empires, periodically sharing their findings with one another across the ages. In this way, civilizations exist not only in different locations, but also effectively in different temporalities, if we may introduce such a term. This concept stands in interesting contrast to earlier works by Alastair Reynolds, such as Pushing Ice, published 3 years earlier, and Galactic North, published 2 years earlier. During this period, Reynolds appeared particularly preoccupied with exploring the effects of relativistic travel, not just on individuals but on entire civilizations. In Pushing Ice and Galactic North, a mere handful of people are flung into the wider galaxy on a relativistic voyage, severing them from the rest of humanity. These novels therefore convey a sense of profound isolation in the vast emptiness of space. House of Suns, however, largely circumvents this theme. Though space remains vast and largely uninhabited, the presence of the lines offers a kind of solace. Their enduring companionship transforms the experience of traversing the galaxy into something far less lonely and far more wondrous. House of Suns also explores the concept of a largely empty galaxy, one where humanity and its various offshoots, including sentient machines, are the only known intelligent beings. Over time, these human-derived civilizations begin to diverge, developing along vastly different paths depending on their environments. Some adapt to life in the ocean, while others evolve to suit entirely different planetary conditions. Despite these variations in physiology and culture, they all share a common origin, making the novel's depiction of humanity's expansion both familiar and alien at the same time. The characters in House of Suns are generally quite likable and in many ways relatable. The most positive impressions are reserved for the protagonists, whose motivations feel both understandable and reasonable. Even some of the side characters, initially perceived as antagonistic due to their rigid adherence to rules and procedure, even in times of severe crisis, are eventually revealed to have their own justifications for their actions. Many of them undergo subtle but meaningful character arcs, adding depth to the story. Tonally, House of Suns blends multiple genres, incorporating elements of classic space opera, murder mystery, and sci-fi thriller, while also featuring space battles, high-stakes starship chases, and a grand tour of the entire galaxy. However, it does not push genre boundaries as boldly as Reynolds' Revenger trilogy or Terminal World, maintaining a more conventional but still engaging mix of themes. Overall, House of Suns is a well-crafted soft science fiction space opera. While it is lighter on scientific rigor compared to Reynolds' usual standards, it remains compelling by exploring thought-provoking questions about humanity's evolution, particularly in the context of time dilation and the impact of relativity, or more precisely, causality on interstellar travel. Though the novel has slower sections, the pacing is more or less balanced and it never truly meanders. Certain parts build gradually, while others accelerate with gripping intensity. At 512 pages, it is not an overwhelming read, and since it is a standalone novel, it does not require the same level of commitment as a lengthy book series. Unlike multi-volume sagas that can feel daunting to start, House of Suns offers a complete and satisfying experience within a single book. If you liked this video, you may also enjoy the other reviews and content on my channel. Feel free to leave a comment if you want to discuss the novels or if you want to suggest other books that I should review in the future. Please consider upvoting and subscribing, it is much appreciated. Thank you for watching and until next time.